We have another Sister Wife sneak peek. So this is for season 19, episode 20, which is coming out February 2nd. Meri and her friend Jen are at her B&B, which is in Parowan, Utah, and Meri is basically saying that the B&B, running a B&B, was never her dream. She wanted the house because, if you didn't know, the house has actually been in her family for a very long time. The house was a polygamy house for her, I think, great-grandmother or grandmother, one of the two, and it was designed so that it had like external doors so that each of the wives would basically have their own little part of the house, and they wouldn't have to trek through the house, so they could enter just their part of the house. It was sold off from her family, and then somebody had it, turned it into a B&B, and then several years ago she purchased it and has been running it ever since. Meri's mom did pass away a few years ago, and she helped live there and run it while she was alive, but now Meri has been running it full time. Just a few months ago, it was reported that Meri did take out a loan for, I think, like $480,000 or something like that to renovate the home. And everybody was like, the whole home probably isn't worth that much money. So what is this loan for? Like, how bad could the house be that is still livable and still runnable as a business, but yet you need almost $500,000 to renovate it? But seeing this clip kind of makes sense and makes you wonder if maybe she has to do a lot of work to change it from what has been structured as a B&B to back into a house, or if she's going to run it more like an Airbnb where there's not the B part. There is no breakfast involved. And so she would need to do something to give people access so that they could be in just their room and their bathroom, so that the guests could be a little bit more independent and they could check themselves in and out, which means that she wouldn't have to run it like a B&B. It would just be a vacation rental and she'd be a little more hands off. So that may be where all that money comes from. The only other thing we see in the clip is that Jen proposes being a polygamist again, a reverse polygamist, as she says, and that she could fill all of the rooms with her new husbands. And Meri says that she definitely doesn't want to do polygamy, even if it's reverse polygamy, but she definitely wants to be in another relationship, but just the one. And so that is the sneak peek.